Hi, I'm Cass. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Here, we like to talk about books. If you clicked on my video, then you're probably a reader who wants to read more, or you're someone who wants to get back to reading, or you're someone who's thinking about reading, but you're not really sure it's for you. Let me tell you 5 reasons why you should try audiobooks and why it will up your reading game. Let's get started. These are in no particular order. The first reason why you should check out audiobooks is it is so different from the time when I was growing up, where audiobooks came on cassette tapes in these giant books at the library that had spaces for the tapes, and you would have to listen to like one side of cassette 1 and then side 2 of cassette 1 and then side 1 of cassette 2 and so on and so forth. Sometimes you couldn't even get an entire book out in one checkout because you could only check out like part 1 with the cassette tapes, and then you would have to return those before you could get the second half of the book. Okay, and so this was something that I did not do frequently in my childhood, but I remember thinking it was really cool at the time, and we checked them out a couple of times for road trips so that we could listen to a book on a road trip. That is no longer the case. It is an entire industry now. There are platforms completely dedicated to audiobooks. What was available as audiobooks used to be a fraction of the amount of physical books that were available on the shelf. And now audiobooks are a giant percentage. So there are more audiobooks. There is a bigger selection than ever in the history of books, of audiobooks available to choose from. And there are so many platforms dedicated to this now. There are library apps, there's Audible from Amazon. I mean, the list goes on, okay? There are dozens and dozens of apps that are dedicated to providing audiobook selections for you. The second reason that goes along with the first is that thanks to this technology, audiobooks are more convenient than ever. You can download an audiobook right onto your phone. I check out audiobooks from the library through an app that's connected to my library card, and I download the book directly to my phone, and I'm able to take my phone with me wherever I go. I always have my phone on me, which means I always have my audiobooks with me. And now that we have wireless earbuds, we can walk around with earbuds in our ears, no wires. We also come from the era of like Walkmans, right? Now you can walk around your entire house. I can pop my earbuds in and leave my phone even on the charger. Let's say I'm charging my phone. I can put my earbuds in, wireless connection with my Bluetooth, and I can walk around my entire house. I can even go out to my mailbox before my earbuds will disconnect from my phone, and I can be listening to an audiobook while I'm doing chores. I can listen to an audiobook while I'm driving. I can listen to an audiobook while I'm sitting at the doctor's office waiting for a doctor's appointment. It is extremely convenient. You also don't have to drive down to the library or drive to the bookstore and go in a public space and find what you're looking for. And this is very nice in this day and age. If you are sick, if you are homebound for any reason, if you are without a car, you can just download your book. Winter is just around the corner, and we all know what happens in the wintertime. It is flu season, okay? Everybody starts getting sick, kids go back to school, they start bringing home all the bugs, and if you're home sick in bed, or you're home taking care of a sick child, you're not gonna get up and drive to the bookstore or the library to go get a book. But you can pull up your phone, open up an app, scroll through the books, and then download what you wanna listen to. You're sick in bed, you can just lay there, listen to your book. You don't even have to have your eyes open. You don't have to hold a book in front of you. You can just relax and listen to your book, and you never even had to leave the comfort of your bed. The third reason why you might want to try audiobooks is maybe you think you're not a reader. Maybe you think you don't enjoy reading books. Maybe audiobooks are a format that you would enjoy. Maybe if you listen to the book, you might actually find that you enjoy stories, that you enjoy reading. Stories, long before the written word, were told orally centuries and centuries ago. These stories were passed down generation to generation verbally. And now we're going back to the roots of storytelling. There are lots of studies out there that show that you get the same benefit from listening to audiobooks as you do from reading books, okay? These days, there are all kinds of voice actors that get on. They do full audio productions. Some of these are dramatized productions that are almost like attending a play. And it might take you back to the days when they did dramatized productions on the radio. Now you can pick out a dramatized production from your app and listen to whatever book or play you want to listen to. So if you enjoy listening to music, if you enjoy listening to podcasts, and you just think you're not a reader, that you don't like books, maybe you should try listening to an audiobook. Maybe you will find that that is the format that you prefer, and that once you're able to listen to the story, you actually enjoy it. The fourth reason why you should try audiobooks is that you can read more books. I'm a busy, single, full-time working mom. I read a lot of books, and that's because I primarily listen to them. When you listen to a book, the only thing required is your ears and your attention. There are so many other things you can be doing at the same time. If you're a mom, you know how important multitasking is. I can listen to a book while I work, while I do chores, while I'm running errands, while I'm going to the doctor's, while I'm rocking a sleeping baby, while I'm breastfeeding, while I'm pumping. There are so many scenarios in which you can be listening to an audiobook and still be productive and still be getting the things done in your life that you have to do. A lot of us in our midlife, we're busy with careers, we're busy with children. It's a busy time of life. We have a lot of responsibilities, and we often don't have the time or the energy to sit and read a book. But we can put the earbuds in and listen. You can flip on your book to audio and listen while you do something else. Also, exercising, if you're going for a walk, if you're at the gym, instead of listening to music, you can listen to an audiobook. This is what I prefer to do when I'm exercising or doing something active. But I pretty much listen to audiobooks whenever I possibly can. And because I do that, I read more books. And if you're a reader or you want to become a reader, then you probably want to be reading more. And audiobooks will allow you to read more. The fifth and final reason why I think you should try audiobooks is accessibility. Okay? Back in the day, if you couldn't see, you couldn't read. If you didn't learn Braille, if you were blind or you started to lose your sight, you couldn't read a book. There were no options unless you learned Braille. And even then, again, very limited options. Okay? We all know that as we get older, we age, our vision starts to change. Lots of things start to change. But vision is one of those things that is pretty universal and pretty expected for most people. And as our vision changes, it gets harder and harder to read a book. The nice thing about audiobooks is you don't have to be able to use your eyes. So whether that means that you're blind, you're losing your vision is compromised in some way, or let's say you are one of those people who likes to read, but your partner doesn't, and you want to read in bed, but your partner wants to sleep, and you need the lights off. Guess what? You can listen to your book in the dark. I do it all the time. My partner always falls asleep before I do, and I just pop my earbuds in and I listen to my book until I'm tired and ready to go to bed. It is wonderful. Let's say you have some kind of other injury going on, like maybe it's not a vision thing. Maybe you can't hold a book. Maybe it's physically too tiring. Maybe you broke your hand. Or there's some other physical ailment or obstruction to you being able to sit down, hold a book, and read a book for any enjoyable amount of time. Audiobooks will save the day. Those are the 5 reasons why I think you should try listening to audiobooks in your midlife. I could probably give you 5 more reasons. So if you're not convinced yet, let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see more content like this about how to use audiobooks, where to find them, which ones are good, where to start, what to do, let me know in the comments below, and I will be sure to make a video to suit your needs. I hope you guys have a fabulous day or night wherever you are. Thank you so much for being here. If you found this helpful, please subscribe, stick around. I would love to have you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.